Hey everybody, it is Sean Sundal, and I am somewhere between Jacumba or Acumba and Ocotillo. Check out all the scenery here. So basically I parked my car all the way up the hill here, and towards the bottom. Check this out. Is it crazy or what? It looks like some dragon. You can see the eyes and then the teeth. You know, somebody obviously painted it, but it looks pretty neat. So the question that I got from one of my subscribers was about the police academy. And on this channel, there are a handful of you who are interested in becoming a law enforcement officer, and you're trying to use private security as a stepping stone. Now, I'm here to say that there's no problem with that. It's not a bad idea. That's what I did to get into law enforcement. I worked private security, and it helped me get in. It's only going to help you if you get extensive experience with the public. So if you're guarding a warehouse where there's nobody there at night, it's not going to really help you. But if you're working in an environment where there's a lot of customers, then that's going to definitely help, because you get a chance to problem solve. Now, you guys, I'm getting a little bit hot over here. It's 106, 107, and my GoPro camera might shut off on me on its own. Knowing that many of you use private security as a stepping stone for law enforcement, the next question is, should I go to the police academy on my own, or how do I get in faster? So this is what I did. I put myself through Rio Hondo Police Academy, and I'm not kidding you, and this is about 20 years ago. I had recruiters in there. Well, we had recruiters that would give us conditional hires just based on the interview. What a conditional hire is, it's conditional, and it's conditional on you passing the psych, medical, and background investigation. And we've seen them come into the academy with badges, uniforms, even their own weapon. Now, if you fail the background, psych, or any of those, then you get terminated. That's why I think it's a bad idea to accept a conditional hire. You never know what's going to happen in your background. I've seen that happen to a lot of the recruits I was in. They accepted a conditional hire, and they were not. They weren't hired at all. Because they didn't pass something. Okay, they didn't pass background, psych, or something. So just wait until you're hired. But they come in there. They're desperate. Not desperate, but there's a need for people that have put themselves in the academy. The thing is that the law enforcement agencies out there, and this is California, usually California, they don't have to pay for you going through the police academy. Remember, when they put a recruit in the academy, they have to pay his or her salary for 6 months, usually benefits and everything else. So they're at least spending in benefits, salary, and tuition and everything else an easy $35,000 to $40,000 for that 6-month period. And that's a lot of money. So if you front a lot of the cost, they are more likely to hire you. Okay, they're more likely to hire you because they don't have to go through the expense. And also, they could begin your background midway through the academy, and then when you hire, you get to graduate with patches and be a full sworn police officer. Now, I went to the academy with LAX police officers, and they actually swear them in on day 1. If you didn't pass academy, then you get terminated, and you don't want a termination on your background that doesn't look good anywhere you go. Total cost, more or less, and this is again California, about $3,000 to $4,000 if you put yourself through the academy. When I say put yourself, I mean that you're not sponsored. You're not sponsored, meaning nobody has hired you. Okay, if it's non-sponsored, okay, you're paying your own way. It's about $3 to $4 grand. But this is the real kicker here, that you are not able to work during that time. If you think you're gonna work on weekends, it's gonna be very tough, especially if you have a family, because most of the time you're working on your homework, the next assignment. Okay, you're practicing your firearm skills, your arrest and control techniques. You're not gonna have that time, you guys, to have a job. So basically, you're gonna have to save up for about 6 months of pay. Yes, there are extended police academies out there. If you have a family, again, the academy is gonna be difficult for you, but you can do it. Okay, I went through the academy when I was single, no kids. It was easier for me. I lived at home as well, so I wasn't worried about rent. But you're gonna have to save up, and I would save up more than 6 months. I would save up for about 10 months, because it might take you a while to get hired. Okay, and remember, as soon as you're done with academy, a lot of us don't have guaranteed jobs waiting for us, just in case the whole police department objective doesn't work out. Difficulty wise, my academy, it was a stress academy. That means they're in your face, they're yelling. It's paramilitary. Is it the same as a military boot camp? I don't know, I can't tell you. I've never been through military boot camp, but I went in early 2001, 1 month after the September 11th attacks in 2001, and it was a stress academy. They're in your face. Most of the training officers were Marine Corps or Army, and we had SEALs, the toughest guys out there. Okay, those were our drill instructors, and they were, for the most part, most of them were assholes. Okay, they want you to succeed, but they want you to survive. And at that time, the whole objective is to get you into surviving a fight for your life. Now things are different. It's going to be, the academies are typically less stress, okay, less in your face, and more of community policing, more of tactics. So I actually would agree that right now the format of the academy was better than when I went in the academy. It's a different theme, different objective. Instead of having you train your life for the fight and getting in your face, having you become tough, having you be a little bit smarter. Now, in a street fight, lethal force encounter, you have to have that toughness with you. It has to be in the spirit. You have to have a fighting spirit when that's called upon. And many police academies, they still train you to have that fighting spirit. But when I went through academy, it was more of fighting spirit with less tactics and less book knowledge. So I hope this video helps. Those of you who are aspiring to be law enforcement officers, don't get in trouble at work. Do what you're supposed to do. Don't goof off. If you want to get hired faster, I highly suggest that you self-sponsor yourself, and that's called pre-service. Okay, you look up most of the colleges out there. They have pre-service openings. Okay, you're not paid at all, and you're going to be among the sponsored people as well. You guys don't worry. In the academy, in the end, the ones that make it that I've seen are about 50-50. I see actually a lot of the pre-service make it 10 years into the career, 15. A lot of times the people that are already hired, they don't have to fight as hard to get the job. I'm sorry, to get this law enforcement job that they always dreamed of. And again, I'm just generalizing. That's just my personal experience. Now, I was pre-service, so I'm going to be a little bit biased. I hope this video inspires at least one of you out there to become a law enforcement officer, to make a difference. I know things are hard, especially in California. There's a lot of anti-police rhetoric, but you can do it. Okay, there's still a strong community out there that supports you, and I strongly believe in that community out there. Put it this way, most people are law-abiding citizens, and most people still like the police department. There's been a war on police, but that's just a minority of people.